I do this show. I'm still fighting the good fight. It's quite evident that if we began deporting specifically to Central American families and teenagers, it will stop the flow. By this guy's count, there has been close to 1 million Central American families and unaccompanied teens who have come here since 2013. Only 1.1% have been sent back, and 1.8% of non-Mexicans unaccompanied alien minors have been sent back. So, the reason why is they say the process is so bogged down. They don't have the people in place, the resources in place to try to deport that many people. So, it's a question he has is, why does it seem like Central American families are being treated like a protected class over and above even benefits that the radical judges are conferring to them, to the point that they're not even bothering to deport those who have already gone through the process? We did this about 3 years ago, and it had significant impact on the legal border crossing, says Holman, remembering how Obama eventually shut down the first wave of Americans. It worked to slow down the surge in subsequent years. But the problem is that the courts then are bogged down. And now that there's a surge again, we can't send them. So we're maybe winning, but we're losing. It's just, what do you guys think about that? Is it just me? I mean, am I just reading into it too much? I'm just I don't know. I don't know. See, the thing about America, right? We're a big country, not a huge country like China or India. So I'm just a small voice. You're a small voice. We're individuals. And there's a bunch of us small voices that came out, and I'm a conservative independent. I voted for President Trump. I was a Ted Cruz supporter during the primaries. So we're pushing, but I just don't know if the majority of people on the right understand how bad it really is. I don't. And with the elections coming up in 2020, we all know, right, that the election came down to what? Florida, Ohio, Wisconsin, Michigan, and Pennsylvania, right? In North Carolina, but those ones primarily. What states do you think are going to matter again in 2020? The same, except Texas is getting close now because of illegal immigration, because of forced immigration, because of non-assimilation, and because since they're not assimilating, they like government handouts. They would like free college that the socialists are promoting, all of them. Even Robert O'Rourke, a.k.a. Beto. Yeah, the Green Deal, we're going to have to cut this stuff out. We're going to have to, help people retrofit their homes. And we're going to have to, make sure we don't turn away anybody because we're the land of opportunity, blah, blah, blah. And we should do free college, free medical, subsidized housing. Robotics, yeah, they're going to take jobs. That's exciting because we'll do a basic universal income. We'll just pay people to sit at home. And somehow the $60 trillion will mysteriously disappear. Because I know they'll try to gut the military, but that's not going to be enough. All right, to finish up the show here, this is a problem. And I want to make sure that you know about it. In the 2018 midterms, on the ballot, there was a proposition, a ballot proposition, and the progressives were able to get on the ballot. The people would be able to vote if the people in the state of Florida wanted to be able to give back the voting privileges to felons. So they're like, okay, well, these people have served their time, so we're going to go around the prisons. This is the progressives, and we're going to talk to them, and we're going to come out and put out the propaganda, and we're going to put a lot of money behind it and say, it's only fair. It's only fair that people get their constitutional rights back, because the law in Florida that says that if you're a felon, you lose your right to vote, that's not nice. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to give the voters in Florida a chance after we make them feel guilty, after we put pressure on them, we run hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars with the commercials. We're going to see if we can get the people of Florida to vote to give them back their voting rights. And they did. So now you have over 1 million people in the state of Florida who now could register to vote and vote in 2020. You have a lot of people that don't vote because they're lazy, they don't care, they're just low propensity voters. So what do you think? What do you think the angry, hyper, dysfunctional, unethical Andrew Gillum, who lost for his race for the governor of Florida, what do you think his goal is? Well, we're going to turn out, according to this article from Political.com, Gillum's red flag plan to stop Trump, 1 million more Florida voters. If the conservatives don't wake up and realize what's happening, if he's successful in Florida, President Trump will lose Florida. Odds are President Trump's not going to win Wisconsin again. Possibly not win Michigan again. And the math can go bad pretty fast. So here is Andrew Gillum's plan. He announced the plan Wednesday to register and turn out 1 million new and low propensity Florida voters in an effort to crush Donald Trump's re-election chances in the nation's largest swing state. Quote, voter registration is red flag number one, unquote. The former Tallahassee mayor told Politico, calling increased voter registration crucial to the Democrat Party's ability to survive and thrive in Florida. Quote, we're looking at a target of 1 million, he said. We've got over 3 million people eligible to vote. That's nothing to say of the 1.4 returning citizens, former felons in line to have their voting rights restored under a constitutional amendment approved by voters last year. Gillum's staff would not specify about the targeted numbers of new voters he hoped to register or the number of voters they hoped to re-engage after they decided not to vote in the past two general elections. At the same time, the Florida Democratic Party said it will spend $2 million in the next year. $2 million to register 200,000 voters ahead of the 2020 presidential primary. There are currently 4.96 million registered Democrats in the state compared to 4.7 million Republicans and nearly 3.6 million with no party affiliation. Progressive activists who supported Gillum in last year's gubernatorial race, easy to say at 11 o'clock at night, has speculated that he might mount a bid for president, so that's not going to happen. To say all that, in 2008, he said, Democrats had an advantage of almost 700,000 more Democrats and Republicans in the state. When Obama ran, in my last rate, the advantage had shrunk to 260,000. It's a big decline. So if a Democrat can carry Florida in 2020, he or she could win the White House by capturing just one other state of Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, or Pennsylvania, and that's what I just said. I am really concerned about this. So make sure if you have friends or family in Florida, make sure if you talk to people, make sure they wake up, they realize that people are not getting deported, and something has to happen now radically. So let's continue the conversation, but I'm telling you right now, I've been doing this, and we're going to get into tech and some other stuff this week. But unless something changes, 2020, even though we're winning, we could end up losing. Even though the economy is great, we could still lose. President Trump could still lose. So, hey, thank you for hanging out with me. Good night to you guys out in everywhere. It's late. It's 11 o'clock here. Really early in New York. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Again, the-informant.com and magabook.com. See you later.